One of the huge problems with print on demand are the options you have for creating your own website. Teespring offers basically no features, Shopify is ridiculously overpriced, so where does that leave you? Well, in this video, I want to talk to you about another platform, a platform that is incredible. It's the cheapest, it's incredibly fast, and it has so many features. It's literally one of the cheapest and most powerful website builders with a simple drag and drop website builder. So to start with, I want to just say this video is sponsored by Zyro, which is the name of this website builder we're going to be using, but don't let that put you off because as you know, I only like partnering with other companies that I feel will add so much value to your life, to my life, and to this YouTube channel. And I've done extensive research into Zyro, and it's a really cool company. So in this video, I'm going to be going through building an entire website from scratch, a tutorial, you may say, on how to use Zyro. And it's just so cool. As well as that, I also want to share the offer that they currently have going on with you, and we're going to do that near the end of this video. So for now, let's go into the computer and start creating a website using Zyro. So the first thing we have to do is actually just log in to Zyro, which is simple, right? The next thing you need to do is click create a new website, and you have these two things show up over here. You can either use a template or you can use their AI website generator. So if we click choose a template, it will go through all the different templates they have. We can then click e-commerce because if this is print on demand, then that's what we're going to be doing. And it will show you all the templates. Now, the other thing that you could do is actually use their AI website generator, which sounds kind of cool, and it is kind of cool. What it is basically is you put in particular things that you want your site to have or to look like, and it will generate the themes that they have, and they'll make you a specific site. It's very cool, so I'll show you. For example, let's say we put in t-shirt shop, t-shirt store, custom t-shirt shop. Right, so you tick all the functions you need. So we obviously need an online store. Do we need a blog? We'll keep blog. Do we need a contact form? Yes. We don't need a subscription form. We don't need maps. Instagram feed would be cool. And video. I don't think we need that. So let's click continue, and then it generates your website, and it comes up with a whole bunch of different ideas. So what it does is it generates these three templates for you that they think will work best for your needs. Now, if you don't like the look of any of these, you could just generate again and it will do the process again. However, for this video, I'm going to just pick a template and add everything I want. Add the pages, add the shop, add anything I need. I just want to say, doing it both ways, you can still customize the website fully, whether you use the AI integrator thing or whether or not you use the templates that they offer. So let's just go and select a template and start from there. We're gonna pick e-commerce, and we're going to pick something that looks good. I'm okay with this one. So we can either preview, we're gonna just start building it. And this will take you to their website builder, which is completely drag and drop. And I'm gonna show you, it's very, very intuitive. So you have a few things everywhere. Firstly, if we click this, we can see we can change the individual settings of every section. You can see we can drag it round, and something really cool that I like is you can see all these rectangles, and this shows you the different areas you can drag it round to. So we can have it over there in that top corner, we can have it down there, and that's one thing you don't generally find on a drag and drop website. They don't usually come with this frame that you can kind of build around, and it's very useful, and it works like that for everything. You can see everything can be dragged into these rectangles, which I just think is super smart. So what you've got over here is you've got a few things. You've got your navigation, so your shop, the about, the contact. Again, you can add a new page. A lot you can do here. You can go into individual settings of pages, make them home page, rename them, duplicate them. You've then got here, which is adding an element. So an element is the drag and drop feature. So we can just drag a photo in, and then we can move that photo again around these rectangle things, which is so smart. We can change the size of those photos, or that photo I should say, and then we can just keep adding elements until, you know, we've made the website that we want. Now, you've also got website styles, which will show you all the different colors and everything like that, right? Then you've got the blog. Now, if you want to add a blog to your website, you can do that. I'm not going to at the moment just because I don't think I need to. And then finally, you've got the online store. Now, this is where the fun actually starts. This is the craziness of this platform, of the fact that you can integrate this whole store. And we're going to look at the store near the end, but first we're just going to change a couple of features and we're going to build up a website. Now, before I make the site, I want to just quickly show you up here, you've also got the mobile version and the desktop version, and you can edit them independently of each other. So one thing that's happening now in 2021 is everyone is using their phones all the time, right? That's life. And you want to have your website mobile friendly. So what you can do is you can edit the mobile part of the website. You can drag this around, you can move it everywhere, right? You can change the font, the size, the pictures, whatever you want. And then when you do that, if you go into the desktop, it doesn't change. You can see Shop Now is still in the same place. And that way you're kind of making like two websites, one for desktop and then the completely mobile friendly one for the mobile, which is perfect, right? So now that you have the basics down of how this all works, I'm going to create a print-on-demand website using my Pugscene brand, because I've got a website on a bunch of different places and I'm building up this brand. So let's see what it looks like with Zyro. Okay, so first we're going to change the background. I've got everything already, so we just have to go here. We have to go into, well, we have to click this, replace image, and then we can either use a free image, which I think they use Unsplash, which is very cool. Yeah, they use Unsplash, which is quite cool. So I'm actually going to use my own image. So I'm going to browse files and I'm going to upload it. So I've got it on my hard drive. I don't know if it's going to fit. I haven't sized it properly for Zyro, but nevertheless, I'm going to add it to the page. We'll see what it looks like. That looks kind of cool. Okay, you can change the opacity of it. So I kind of like the full opacity. We could just do a basic color, by the way, if we wanted to. I mean, both work, but I think that's quite cool. Right, the next thing we need to do is let's change the color of this font. So let's select this, and you can see it's literally like, I feel like I'm working on Word here. You can change from heading to heading 2 to whatever we want. We can change the font. Well, actually, I'm going to get rid of this because I don't want it. So simple backspace, or you can just click the delete button. I'm going to get rid of that as well. So now that is the background of our kind of shop. So now that I've done that, I need to just do basic stuff. I need to add an about me. I need to add a contact page. Now, this is all very, very user-friendly, very easy to see. You can see this is their template product, but we can delete these and add our own. So rather than, spend the next hour actually going through and making this website on camera, I'm going to let you play around with it because it's a lot of fun. Okay, now before we go on to the e-commerce side of things, I wanted to show you a couple more things. So for example, adding a section, this is what I kind of like, because you can click add a section and it comes up with this little pop-up, right? And now you can either select the type of selection, the type of thing you want to add to your website, right? If it's an Instagram feed, whatever. But what's really cool is you've got all of these templates. So if you add an Instagram feed, you can just click this one and add this into it, right? And it will show up over here. Right, you can obviously rename Instagram feed and you could mess around with these things, right? You can edit the feed, but we're not worrying about that. But you've got all of this. You can, add rows, gaps between photos. You can mess around with all of that kind of stuff. But it's very cool to know you can add a section. You can make a section bigger. You can make a section smaller, right? So obviously I don't need this section to be huge. So I'll make it the smallest it can go. So I'll move this up. I'll move this up, and then I'll make the section just a bit smaller, and there we go. That's my Instagram feed section, right? And then I can add another section, be it a blog post, an online store section, images, map, slideshow, whatever it is you want. It's all templated here for you. You can just click it, it adds, and then it's a simple drag and drop. So you can just drag it around, drop new things on by clicking the add element. It's really, really cool. It's very powerful. I mean, in terms of online website builders go, I would put this up there. It's very, very powerful. So now that we've kind of created our print-on-demand site, obviously I haven't fully created it because again, I said it would take a long time, but now that we've created, let's move on to other things that this platform can do. So one thing I kind of like as well is over here, you have this thing called an AI writer and an AI heat map. So the heat map is quite cool. If we click that, it kind of generates this attention map where it shows you where people will be spending the most amount of time on your website and how good and optimized your site is. So you can see over here, it says less attention, more attention. If we look over here, heat map visualizes the user's attention in critical areas of your design. The brighter the color, the more attention it will receive. So it's quite cool to see that at the moment, my site isn't very good. It's nothing's getting a lot of attention. I mean, this person's face, the eyes, that gets a lot of attention because it's eyes, of course. The button, being its color, will get a lot of attention. Again, eyes getting attention. So this is a really cool way of looking at our website. Now we're gonna stop doing this and we're gonna move to the AI writer. And this is where you can select a topic, you can do everything, and it will generate text for you. So if your art and design, you select a category, it can write your about me for you, or it can write a whole section for you. But again, I personally would write stuff myself because I feel it would be a lot more personalized and it would convert a lot better. But it is cool that they do this because it's kind of like, it gives you a base to work from, right? It will give you a base to write your own text, which when you have writer's block or you just don't know what to do, don't know what to write, this is a nice start. Right, now I want to show you some other features. So we're gonna come off the website, we're gonna go back to the Xiro homepage, our homepage, and we can see this. So this is what the Xiro main homepage looks like. You've got my domains, subscriptions, Xiro roadmap, and what's new. Now within this, you can also you can edit the website or you can click settings. We're gonna click the settings and I'm gonna go through those settings for you. And don't worry, very soon we are going to go through the e-commerce setup part of this video because obviously this is a print on demand setup store and I wanna show you exactly how you can integrate it with a partner, a printing partner, and how you can do all of that. So we're gonna get to that as well. So the first thing we can do when we see settings, in general settings, is connect a domain. So let's connect a domain and see how easy that is. So connect your own domain. So we're gonna use the domain, the pug scene clothing.co.uk. This is something I made for something else and I'm just gonna use it here. I'm going to see how easy it is to connect this domain. All we have to do is sign in to the website we bought it from, find the name server settings, and then they should look similar to this. Click found them and continue, and then change them to this. So if we do that, let's just go here. So I purchased the domain in GoDaddy where it's very simple just to change the name server. So let me go here and copy that one, put it here. And then I need to copy that one and put it here. And then I need to do save. And it should be fairly straightforward. Yes, I consent to changing name servers for the selected domain. Right, now that I've changed that, I can go back in here and click replace them, done. Now it takes a bit of time, takes a couple of hours for it to fully connect, but it's waiting for a connection. Now in the meantime, let's have a look at what else you have in the settings tab. We have integrations, and this is where you're going to maybe connect Google Analytics or a Facebook Pixel or potentially a Messenger live chat, which I think is really cool because with a live chat, you're able to talk to potential customers, to existing customers, and it's nicer than someone having to email you and wait for a response. So I really feel every website, just like this over here, every website should have a chat feature. Right, the next is your online store. We're gonna come back to this because I'm gonna show you exactly how to set up an online store and how to integrate it with Printful. And then you've got my subscription that I have, and then SEO, and then form submission. We're not gonna worry about any of that. But SEO, let me just quickly touch upon, is very cool because you can go in and you can update the SEO for individual pages, which will help you rank on Google for many different search terms. So if you put SEO behind all of these different pages, it will really help you rank. So now it's time to actually start building our online store. So let's go to online store over here and click open store manager. And this will open the store manager for this particular website you're building. You have a ton of different things down the side here. And I don't want you to get confused by any of this. But what we're going to do is we're going to connect it with Printful. That's the first thing we're going to do. Now you don't have to use Printful. You can use another company. The reason why we're using Printful here is just because I like Printful. I think their prices are good. I think it's a good company, so that's who I want to use within Xiro. So let me show you how to do that. So in order to connect Printful, we just have to scroll down and go to apps here. And within the apps, you can just search, well, I've already searched for it, but you can search for Printful. And then you can just get started with, well, the #1 printing app, right? And again, let me just install this onto our website, and then it will ask me to sign in with my Printful account. So if you haven't created a Printful account, you have to do that as well. Click install, and then it's opening. And now you can see under catalog, we now have a fourth option titled Printful. pretty straightforward, right? Now all I want to do is just sign in with my email. I'm going to blur this out because obviously, you know, I don't this shared, but once signed in, it will take us here to connect our store and then we're good. Right, Printful is now connected. Let's add some products. So let's go into catalog and products. Now we can delete their products just because we really don't need their products. So we can just select all, bulk update, and we can delete selected. Okay, so let's just delete those. Now, in order to add a Printful product, we need to go to catalog, Printful, click products up here, and then click add a product. And this will initiate this pop-up. So let's create a very simple product with a design that's already on my Printful account. So we're going to use an existing file. Let's use this one, seeing as everyone I know has also used this design. Right, now we can just go through, so like normal, right, very normal Printful, we can change the color. So let's make the t-shirt this color so it stands out a bit more. Then we can click proceed to mockups. Once in mockups, again, I would always suggest downloading and creating your own mockups, either using Placeit or another platform, and uploading some really unique, cool photos to your website. But for now, we're just gonna keep it as it is. We're going to proceed to details. This is where we put in the title, the description if you want to add anything, and then you can keep this size in or you can, you know, not have it in, it's up to you. And then we need to proceed to pricing. Once we've priced it, we can either price it over here, you know, let's say we want $5 increase by or decrease by or change to, you know, if we want percentage or whatever. So let's say we increase it by $5, we're getting $10.39. Okay, it's costing the customer $24 and it's costing us $13.61. So this is actually the more expensive t-shirt on Printful. But once you've done that, you just submit it to the store. Right, and once it's submitted to the store, you'll see over here, it's syncing to the store currently, and then I'll show you the products in the store and you'll see what I mean. It's very, very fast and it's very simple just to add a Printful product to the Xyro store. Right, you can now click view in storefront over here, or you can go here to products, and here it is, right there, right? We can click on this and we can edit the product, we can add images, we can edit the description, we can do so much to it, right? It's very, very cool. Right, and then we've got all the other things, attributes, options, files, tax and shipping, SEO, which is cool for Google, and then related products, so we can assign related products. And that's kind of how you add a product to the Xyro store manager. Now let's just quickly look at the sidebar. So you've got my profile, apps, settings, shipping and pickup, payment, design, other channels, mobile, Facebook overview, report, marketing, catalog, and my sales. So this is really cool because again, in marketing, you've got all of these different areas, and we're going to go into that in a bit more detail because that is what makes this platform so powerful. But then as well as that, you've also got the reporting tab, right? And this allows you to either download more apps and just get a bit more information about your sales, your visitors, and track everything. But let me quickly show you the marketing tab, because this is where you can connect Google Ads, Facebook ads, you've got discount coupons, you can create newsletters, you can do automated emails for people who buy or sign up in the newsletter or whatever. And all of this is done in the marketing section. And marketing, we all know, is a very, very big part of print on demand. It's really important. And this allows you to do it all, right? Facebook ads, you can connect Facebook, you can set up the Facebook pixel, you can launch your campaign, right? Google ads, very, very similar type of thing. You can enable Google ads. And then you've got discount coupons. It's just, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a jam-packed website. What's cool is under sales channels, you can also connect a Facebook shop, an Instagram shop, you know, Facebook Messenger. You've got Xyro Store for the iOS mobile. You've got Xyro Store for Android, so you can have it, someone can use it on their iPhone or their Android phone. You've got Google Shopping, you can even connect to Amazon, right? That is amazing because Amazon gets billions of visitors. Amazon is huge and you can connect it to Amazon. So it's cool that this integrates everything. They're not just like trying to keep you on Xyro. They don't mind if you integrate it to all the platforms. They just want you to get sales, right? And then as well as that, you've got a bit more configuration. So within design, you can edit the shop. So you can, let me go back here to design, and then you can edit the image size, the ratios, the card details. This is a lot to play around with really. And again, this is very personable. So you might want something totally different to what I want, and that's completely fine because you can edit this to look like pretty much whatever you want it to look like. And then you've obviously got the payment that you need to set up so people can pay via Stripe, via PayPal. You can add another payment method. there's plenty of payment methods. Look at all these different payment methods, it's crazy. And then you've got shipping and pickup. And again, if you're using Printful, this will all be done within Printful. And you can see here, it's all done within Printful. And then you've got more settings, which is just the legal stuff. Taxes, legal, mail, invoices, all that kind of stuff. You've got more apps. And finally, you have your profile. So that, I would say, is Xyro as a whole. That's an entire overview of what the website looks like. But now you're probably asking, well, you said this is the cheapest option. How cheap is it? Well, let's have a look. So Xyro have 4 options, and if you use my link in the description, you can actually get 89% off plus a free domain for the year. So this is actually quite a sweet deal, but let's have a look. So this is the website with my custom link. Now, if my link doesn't work, you can also use the discount code SHIMMY, SHIMMY, but this is what it will look like. You've got basic, unleashed, e-commerce, and e-commerce plus. So having a look at just the basic one, it's $1.70 per month. That is unheard of in the build your own website world. That is completely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. For the amount that this platform offers, it's insane. But that wouldn't really work for us because we want a print-on-demand website. So we need to go for the e-commerce one, which allows products. Okay, we want to have products, we want to have an online store. So that's $8.09 a month with my link. Now again, that is insane. That is so much cheaper than anything else. So now that you've seen the tutorial, you can see what Xyro can do. You've seen the prices. Was I wrong? Or can you see why this completely blew me away? And I immediately was like, I need to make a video about this. And I want to partner to make a video about this because this is an amazing, amazing platform. Now, if you really want to go for the full blown experience, you can do $13.49 a month, which is the e-commerce plus, which is still less than half the cost of Shopify. Less than half the cost. Let that sink in because that's insane. So if you think this is kind of cool and you think I made the right decision making this video, then hit the link in the description. It will take you to this website where you could sign up for these ridiculously cheap prices and you can get my special 89% discount and a free domain as well. So hit the link in the description if you want to sign up for Xyro. And again, if the link doesn't work, you can use the discount code SHIMMY at checkout and you'll still be able to access this discount. But don't worry, I've made sure the link 100% works, so that should be fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know, did I make a good call? Is this website, is this platform Xyro really, really cool? What do you think? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this platform.